Hello to all the friends and supporters of the Enoch Wildlife Rescue Center. A little different kind of update this time. Today it is from me. I'm the volunteer critter Webgeek, and we're going to talk about Critter Vlogmas. We've had a blast the last couple of years with Critter Vlogmas during live streams and enjoying all the interactions and updates with Martin, Scout, Belle, Piper, Helen, and Whisper. So a couple weeks ago, I called Martin to ask him about this year's Critter Vlogmas. It turned out though, during the call, I never even asked. I had to think about it after I learned about a new challenge Susan and Martin are facing. About a month or so ago, Susan injured her shoulder. Given her lifetime of grooming, both her shoulders are already pretty worn out. The recent injury, dislocating her right shoulder, that was the last straw. And though she's recovered well, for a time Martin was very busy caring for her, and come the end of December, Susan is scheduled for a shoulder replacement surgery. So I think it's probably clear now why I couldn't even ask them about Critter Vlogmas. And I couldn't ask because I knew they would say yes. So call it the first ever volunteer Critter Webgeek executive decision, but I think this year we give them time as well as our best wishes. Though she'll never say, recovery will be hard for our very high energy and hard-working Susan. Behind the scenes, she is running the grooming shop and tending to all the little critters around the clock and all the paperwork and planning of the foundation. So making her sit still and heal will be a very tough job for Martin. I make this update to share the news with everyone, as well as let you know you are welcome to contact Susan at her email, susan@gowildlife.org. So all the best this holiday to everyone, and please look forward to more new videos and fun once Susan is fully recovered. And please enjoy the little video I edited with a few clips from past live streams and some snippets from unreleased videos. Most importantly, thank you. And you.
People give me a lot of credit for the work that I do, and that's wonderful. But the truth of the matter is, if it wasn't for Susan and her strength and her determination, that what we're doing is of great value with the wildlife rescue, I was done. I'm so grateful that she stood beside me and encouraged me to keep going.
I didn't even want to sit by Martin when he was holding Scout because I know Scout doesn't like me. So no, this is about as big as I'm comfortable with. I could hold Piper or Belle because they're both really good birds. But I figured Helen needs the attention more, and she can't go out hunting and flying. So we've been, Spencer and I have been handling her, and has Dixie handled her a little bit, I think?
I think so.
And Dixie's been handling and teaching about the owl mostly, but we're little by little, some of our volunteers that we really trust and have been there for us and have good temperaments, aptitudes towards the birds. Mine wasn't natural. Martin's been patient with me. So not something just anybody can do.
Your generosity is the reason the Enoch Wildlife Rescue Center exists. It's because of you guys, and we're have made some tremendous strides because of everything you guys have done for us.
It's cool that they fly so high, but with our human eyes, there's not much of it we can track.
Well, that's why I keep telling people, 200 feet is a perfectly acceptable altitude to fly a falcon. In fact, it's probably better
for people to watch.
It's certainly more visible. You had a good time, didn't you, big boy? Yeah, that was fun.
He's such a good kid. I am glad I came out today. Thank you for letting me, and I'm sorry I've been so busy that I've missed so much.
Yeah, well, kind of the way it goes.
Well, now people can get a little glimpse of what you're doing.
Yeah. Cute as a bug. This is a little terrestrial garter snake. We have a pair that nest here in our yard every year for a very long time, and this is one of their new little hatchlings, or not hatchlings, they're live birth. But
Picked it up on the front lawn. Good thing you haven't mowed recently.
yeah, absolutely. Cute as can be.
I'll go turn him loose again.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to catch. These flies are really bad.
I was watching behind the camera and missed half of that action.
Little old oil lamp that you put kerosene in and, you know, hang it up in your cabin as a light source. But this was hung up in a carport at some people's home, and they took it down and they found a hummingbird's nest. And so we've got 2 baby hummingbirds in the nest. And, you know, it's pretty much glued on with spider webs onto the top of this little lantern. And so obviously, you know, they took it down, and so Mom couldn't take care of the babies anymore, so that we now have them. And so we have our little baby hummingbirds. They're eating well. And we've raised a lot of hummingbirds this year, and a lot of them even smaller than this, so these guys should be just fine. And we'll get them released back to the wild in about a month. But I just thought it was fascinating that we have the location the hummingbirds chose was on top of this little oil light. Anyway, I thought you guys would get a kick out of it, so we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, here's your new home for a little while, big guy. Dinner.
Oh, brought groceries with you.
Brought groceries. A whole jackrabbit for him.
I'll have to thank you to whoever brought us that.
Yeah. Okay.
Shut this door. And while you set out dinner, I'll go get him some water.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and set him down and let him.
Come on over here.
Okay, I'll follow you. Okay.
This is the reason we needed these facilities. You know, this is a young eagle. He's doing very well. God, he's so pretty. What a beautiful creature. And so we can have him here. He's got enough to fly and to exercise. And so he's going to relax for a few days until we're pretty confident he's ready to go. And then we'll take him up and release him back to the wild. There we go.
He said, I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm just going to sit here.
Yep.
Says you were rude to me a minute ago.
I was. I grabbed you out of the box. Huh?
And the one thing I can comment on with this big 100-foot, 20-foot flight with all of the bars and window and ventilation at the top is it's so much cooler than our 20-footers.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, this is a whole jackrabbit, and I'm not sure if this was one that my friend in Arizona brought me. I'm not sure if this is what my apprentice brought me. I'm not sure if this is one that I caught before with my hawk, but falconers have been bringing me jackrabbits as a food source for the eagles, and so we're going to leave this over here for him. And then we give him some fresh water and
All right.
get out of here and let him relax.
Are you filming?
Yes.
Okay, these are some giant mealworms. I just kind of pinch the heads to kill them. Makes them easier to handle. And then I've got soaked dog food here too. Okay, put this in my lap. This poor little guy flew into a window. Window strikes kill a lot of birds. This one has only partial use of his, you see how pretty it is, it's a flicker. He only has partial use. I'm going to wrap him because that helps him stay calmer. Of his wings and legs, but since he's not fully paralyzed, we figured it's worth trying to keep him alive. They don't always like to cooperate, but at least he swallows once I get him in his mouth. Yeah, you can get it in. Come on. Did I just get it in sideways? There you go.
Of course, Kitty's trying to help.
Yeah, pets are no help. They just get in the way. Let me put in some softened, moistened dog food. We moisten it so that the little kibbles swell up with water and they get their moisture that way. And softened kibble dog food of a good brand is generally a safe substitute for feeding most types of birds. I'm sure Martin could, I mean, not everything, but it's good for a variety of birds, seed eaters, insect eaters. Of course, these guys eat a whole lot of bugs. Flickers are in the woodpecker family. They're gorgeous birds. And most of the ones we get in when they've been hit by cars, they're on their way out dying. I'll give you a couple more pieces of dog kibble. And he says he may not recover, but we're going to give him every opportunity. Are you getting full? Is that enough? Okay, I'm going to move out of your way. Wait, there's one more I dropped on the floor. One more, and then we'll put you back in your pen. And Martin, you'll see he doesn't move real well, but he does have some partial movement of the feet and wings, which gives us hope. So, come on. He can hop a little bit, he can grip with his toes, and he can flap his wings. So we will just hope for the best and continue feeding him till we see improvement or decline. He's fast.
Ready, Sue?
That's in my pocket. I'll just you got it that quick? No. Here, DG. Or I mean, Dixie. Yeah, Martin's quick. He checked it out a few days ago and he says it's doing fantastic. It flies good and it's healthy. It came in pretty sick.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was something treatable.
Okay. I got you, little one.
Beef?
It's a big one.
It's cool, isn't it?
So you can see the beak. It's clipped in it, you know. It's basically making a threatening sound.
Yeah, they're absolute razor blades. You get grabbed by those, your next stop is the hospital.
Yeah, get some stitches.
Gene wants to hold it before he releases it.
It's cool.